Casey Phillips here with the 3 top draft picks for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it is time to just get you guys familiar with the Bucs fans a little bit, help them get to know you. I thought we could start out with a little bit of the background stuff for you guys, a little bit about how you got to this point. So Joe, I figured we might start with you. So I know in high school, they even thought about putting you at O-line. You played some tight end and some defensive line, all sorts of random things, and then you ended up switching your commitment to Washington pretty last minute, only 1 full season as a starter in college. There's a lot there that's a little bit unconventional in terms of a pathway. How did that path through high school and college shape you as a person and a player and result in you being a first-round draft pick?
It really just goes to say, it doesn't matter where you come from. I went to a school, public school in Renton, Washington. I probably won about 3 games in total, my 4 years of playing varsity football. It really just goes to say, your work ethic really takes you and it can take you far. It don't matter where you are. I ended up at Washington, great program, great coaches and great, development, the rest was history, great work ethic and great program, got me far. So I'm excited to be a Buc. Can't wait to get started.
Yeah, and I heard part of that weird pathway as a kid, you played some other sports and including Taekwondo. Please tell me, are we going to see some Taekwondo moves as part of the pass rush moves? Is that part of the arsenal?
It definitely works, hand in hand. Taekwondo, teaches you how to move your body, teaches you how to be flexible, and teaches focus and all the things that matter in football. So, it's hand in hand. So I might have to find a dojo out there in Tampa.
We're going to have to see that. And hey, if you ever get in a fight on the field, we know you're going to win. You've got all these moves nobody else has. It's an unfair advantage.
Taekwondo,
right.
Hey, it's only for self-defense, though. I'm not trying to hurt nobody.
Hey, but yeah. I'm assuming they would have started it. Obviously, they would.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you seem like the type that you wouldn't be starting the fight. I had a feeling. Yeah. Well, Kyle, how about you? I know that we said Joe only had 1 year as a starter in college, but I think you have him beat in this particular area, that you were a backup in college to begin with, but you were also a backup throughout high school. And I loved reading one of the quotes from one of your high school coaches said, someday there's going to be a 30 for 30 on you. And he said, quote, "We're going to be the bums that people ask, why didn't he start for his high school?" And you also dealt with injuries in college, knee surgery, broken foot twice. How did you go from that to a highly drafted NFL quarterback? And how did some of those experiences shape you?
Yeah, you summed it up pretty good right there. I mean, it's been a long journey. I was actually a starting long snapper in high school, so that's one of the fun facts. I technically wasn't a full-time backup, so I was just a backup quarterback. And then backup for a little bit in college, and just to kind of go off of what Joe was mentioning about, it doesn't matter, what school or the situation. And I mean, it all comes down, putting in the work and taking advantage of opportunities. And luckily, I was given an opportunity to do that, and I made the most of it.
Are you going to volunteer to be a backup long snapper now here?
Hey, I'll do whatever I need to do.
Whatever it takes. I love that. Well, how about, speaking of being a backup, backing up Tom Brady? Not a bad person to be backing up and learning from. What have some of your interactions with him been like so far? And what are the things that you feel like you're going to most be studying about him and wanting to learn or pick up from him?
Yeah, he did, reach out and just, welcome me to the team and, invite me to go throw with him and, some of the other guys. And, I'm just really looking forward to picking up any kind of football knowledge. I'm here to learn as much ball as I can. And just the opportunity to be in the same room as, the greatest of all time is something that not a lot of people get to experience. And, other than that, I'm just really excited to be here and ready to get started.
Now, Robert, you actually did start a lot. So I feel like these other guys, they learned all of being the backup. Robert's over there like, I started all the time. What are these guys talking about? But you did move from a high school in Pennsylvania down here to IMG Academy close by, and you were asked to step up really early at Notre Dame, and you've had to demonstrate you can play a lot of different positions. So now what do you look back on from your journey that has ended up being really defining for who you are now and in the position to get drafted?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy looking back on that journey a little bit. Probably one of the biggest turning points in my life was deciding to go down to IMG. I mean, I'm from Pittsburgh. I was like 16 at the time, going into my junior year of high school, and my school wasn't doing too great. There was a lot going on. I just didn't really think I had a chance to get better. I was doing all right, but they gave me a call and asked if I wanted to come down there, and I just thought, how can I pass this up? If you had asked my parents back then, especially my dad, he would have been like, no, I don't want him to go. But they didn't tell me that until I graduated high school. He just made it my decision. He's like, all right, if you leave, you're not coming back, so don't call me and ask to come home. So I did that and just decided it's what I needed to do. And, second best decision of my life after deciding to go to Notre Dame, which was an amazing experience for 4 years. I got there a semester early, left tackle and spring ball on a great offensive line with 4 current NFL starters. And then that right tackle position was kind of open. So I ended up splitting time my freshman year, every other series the whole year with Tommy Kramer. And so that was a really cool experience, getting to play a lot of football early. We won the Joe Moore Award that year with, like I said, four starters. And, 2 of those guys were first-round draft picks, and 2 of those guys were undrafted free agents 2 years ago. So I got a great learning experience from all 4 of those guys as to how things can go and how to just keep working. So I'm excited to put what they've taught me to use down in Tampa.
And then I figured it'd be nice to let the Bucs fans get to know you guys a little bit and have a little fun with this. So for each of you, if you could play another position, what would it be? And if you weren't playing football now at this next level, what would you be doing? So Rob, how about you first?
If I could play another position.
How about if you had to? Because I know you guys all love your position. So we'll say what's forcing you to change.
That was a tight end growing up, and that was pretty fun because I still got to block and get physical. But then you get to catch the occasional pass and maybe score the occasional touchdown. So probably tight end. That'd be pretty good. And then you mean if I had to play another professional sport, or just what would I be doing with my life?
Or just in general, what kind of job would you be trying to get, or what would you be doing?
I don't know. I'm really glad I don't have to think about that right now because I did not want to have to get a job. My sophomore year of college, I was like, I don't want to get a job. I got to make football work. But I got my degree in finance, so I'd probably be doing something boring like that. And maybe one day I will, but for now, I'm just enjoying what I'm doing.
That's awesome. All right, Joe, how about you?
I played tight end in high school, so that was a really fun position. Just run up the seams, score touchdowns, mismatch all the time. So I definitely say tight end. I don't know about playing tight end though, because you get hit, man. I don't like that. I like to hit people. But another profession I would do, I'd probably be a basketball player. If I was a little taller, I'd be in the NBA. So there's that.
I like it. Kyle, how about you?
If I had to pick a position, I would love to play a number of positions, but to play like D end or something and see what it's like to be on the flip side, chase, to be the one actually chasing after the quarterback, what that would be like, would be a cool experience. And a profession outside of football, maybe I'll try to use, I got my degree in sport management, so hopefully try to use that, someday down the line.
That's awesome. All right, our last question. What are you guys most excited about for this next year as a Buccaneer, your first year in the league? Are there certain moments or goals or accomplishments, just when you picture this next year, what are the things that come to your mind that get you most excited? Joe, how about you?
I'm just ready to put on the uniform and, run up that tunnel, that first home game. Whoever we're playing, I'm excited, just strap it up and compete again.
Kyle, how about you?
I can't really put my finger on it, any particular thing. I'm just trying to come in with an open mind, but, like we mentioned before, coming into a situation with all these starters returning, and I'm just really looking forward to, learning a lot of, football from all these veterans that are going to be in the building.
All right, Rob, you?
Yeah, those guys touched on that football aspect, which we're obviously all really excited for. One thing I'm looking forward to, though, is, just getting to meet new people, make new friends. You have your friends that you've been really close with the last 4 years of college, and now we're going to a completely new environment where we probably don't really know anyone. So, probably build some really cool friendships and relationships, and that's always great.
Well, thank you guys so much for doing this. And I know all the Bucs fans out there are so pumped that you are the new members of the team. And good luck this offseason getting ready for the season.
Thank you.